Yo, how are y'all doing? It is CGI Gaming in the building. And or in y'all ear, depending on how you guys are listening to this. But, you know how it is, you know what it does, you know what I'm here to talk about. You know the conversation. Do I want to keep posting Let's Talks? I don't know. Am I going to? Probably. The reason I keep posting them? I don't know. I just, sometimes I feel like my voice needs to be heard. And it's kind of like a voice memoir in a way. Put y'all into my mental. Let y'all know how I feel. But today, I'm talking about a very passionate topic. The school system. It's whack. That's how I feel. That's how I've always felt. And honestly, I might be a little bit biased, truthfully. Yeah, I definitely am biased. The way that I feel about the school system is definitely with a negative connotation. The way I speak, the way I act, the way that I do everything in life has constantly been affected because of school. Now, am I happy to be the way that I am today? Yes, because at the end of the day, you have to be happy with the way that you've become, because it's you, and you're not going to change it overnight. So, in a way, I'll have to give the school that. But, am I happy how I've had to get to this spot? Absolutely not. Let's start off with number one. The number one reason why things happen, people off themselves, people have, mental breakdowns, people have these problems in life. Bullying. Now, people have, come to me and mentioned that, bullying has been a very, very, very negative in their life, and it has even been for me. I've constantly had situations where I have been in a. I feel like I haven't been bullied. I feel like I've been in situations where I felt less than. And if that doesn't make sense, maybe if I get a little bit more comfortable, I'll talk about it. But, you know, I think bullying at a certain degree is very negative. I think if you're bullying somebody and you know that you're bullying somebody, you should stop. You should instead encourage that person to become better. Because at the end of the day, what are you doing bullying people? Bullying is not going to get you anywhere in life. Bullying is not a job. Bullying is not a profession or an occupation. So, at the end of the day, just wasting your time. But bullying, overall, sorry to yawn, is just sucky. Something that doesn't get you by. Something that just is gonna
What's the
hurt your
second
soul,
one?
your
Ham and cheese.
mind.
Why does every guy need
And
ham and cheese?
the
Oh my god.
people that come up with excuses and saying hurt people, and maybe the bully is going, hell no. All bullies have bullies, yada yada yada. If you're getting bullied, if you have a problem and you feel like in some point in your life you are less than, why are you gonna make somebody else feel like that? Now me, I know I have the power to do that. But do I do that purposely? No. Have I done it on accident? Possibly. Now, the way that I am, and you guys will come to learn the way that I really am, is I'm genuinely not a serious person, sorry, to be honest. I'm generally not a serious person. I don't take a lot of things serious. I don't argue. I don't have problems. I don't have these these constant things in my life that, you know, become that becomes something that I use to go against others. So at the end of the day, why would I sit over here and make somebody else go through that same thing? Making them uncomfortable, making them feel bad. So end of the story, don't bully. Now the school system is also a problem in the sense of the learning style. So as you guys will grow, you guys will learn that there's different styles of learning. Who would have thought? There's some styles that require people to physically see something in their hand in order to understand it. There's some learning styles that involve numbers that help people understand it. There's certain ways that your brain has to work sometimes in order to understand and fully comprehend certain things. Now, as a senior, I have obviously been through an experience and, well, at least seen, not experienced. They I have seen all these different types of learning. Now there's people that still count with their fingers. Shit, sometimes I do.
He was playing
No,
fishing.
is that something that you want to get on somebody for? No. Me, I'm a physical learner. I'm somebody who has to physically see something or physically do something in order to understand and comprehend it. That's just how I am. Are you gonna make me feel bad for it? I hope not. More people? Probably. But at the end of the day, sometimes people gotta realize things happen for a reason. My point being, at the end of the day, if we are just all nice to each other and stop putting our stuff, our problems on each other, life would be so much more simple. I'll let that go. On to my next topic. Teachers. As a teacher, why don't you teach? Or why do you seem to not want to teach? Now, obviously, you're a person that is, how should I say, old enough to know how to teach. I understand that you're 30, 40 something sometimes 20 something, but your job is to teach. If I have a stupid question, why are you making me feel stupid for asking said question? I get at the end of the day that, what, maybe the kid I'm teaching isn't smart. Maybe the kid I'm teaching just hasn't comprehended certain things that I have. You've had 30, 40 something years to comprehend that. Give me a chance. Chill out. Now, when I say this, it's not only for me. I'm saying this
Guys,
for the
don't leave.
kids
I know that you're not leaving right
and
now,
the
but
slightly older kids that go
like,
through this, and teachers make them feel stupid. Now, the reason that I, bringing this up is because I've been screamed at in my face by teachers because I didn't understand what certain things were, or I didn't have a simple understanding. One example, back when I was in 8th grade, I had a teacher named Miss Thomas. She asked me the question, what is Mesoamerica? And I was a young lad. I didn't know what that was at all. And she scolded me to a point that I've never been scolded, to a point that I'll never forget in my life. And she made me feel like doggy crap because I didn't know what Mesoamerica was. Now, I bet you 50% of the people that are in the video right now couldn't tell me either. I still probably couldn't tell you, but I have a general understanding. But to make certain kids feel certain ways, or to feel like they're stupid or have a lesser understanding, is complete BS. Because at the end of the day, I understand. You're stressed. You're underpaid. You're someone who feels like they should be respected by these kids. But you gotta realize, these aren't your kids. They didn't grow up the same way that you did. They didn't do the same things that you did growing up. They didn't have the same experiences. So why in the world do you feel as though these kids should automatically know these things when they didn't grow up as a history teacher? The group of kids. Now, me personally, I can't speak for myself because I didn't have much of a childhood that every other child usually gets. But overall, most of the kids did. So why are you getting mad at them that they weren't in the textbooks during their childhood and they're actually on a playscape or in their room on the phone sometimes? And we'll also get into
Too
mental
hope,
health.
too much hope here.
But I'll get into it now. Mental health.
Father, when can I leave and go?
Waking kid at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to go to school till maybe 2, 3 o'clock should be unacceptable. Should be illegal. And the reason that I mention this is because I'm tired of getting up. Tired of waking up at some 5 o'clock in the morning. Cause, you know, too early. It's too early for school. I think that if you want a well-educated young man or woman, or whatever you identify as, then you should give them their brain time to fluctuate, to get the juices moving, if I will. Me, I have to, juggle school, my sports, I have to juggle work, I have to juggle all these things. And, you know, if school wasn't a factor in some of this, I wouldn't have as much problems as I do in life. Because not only are you supposed to be getting, you know, good grades in school, you're supposed to be going, getting your education, actually understanding what you're processing, what you're learning. As yawn number 3. That's how you know I'm recording this late. But you guys, they expect us to process all this in calculus class at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm not Einstein, but I don't even think the sun is really out at that time. I think people are just eating breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning. Some people. Most people. And at the end of the day, I have work, like, the earliest I start work is 7 o'clock. And that's the prep before the store even opens. Half the stores open around 11 o'clock. Unless if they're not 24 hours. Or like a Dunkin'. But like, man, shoot. I couldn't even get a nice little taco right now if I really wanted to. Like, you gonna wake me up and tell me to get in school, dressed, showered, all that by 7 o'clock? And again, I gotta go on at somebody else's time because I gotta get ready for the school bus. And I'm supposed to have a well-balanced, nutritious meal? That's baloney. That's something I can't get my mind past. And I don't think I ever will. As a grown man, basically, in today's society, I've been forced to understand certain things that I would never understand. And when I say I was forced, that means I was attempted to be forced. It still never clicked. Now, at the end of the day, I know that most of the people that may watch this don't really care about me. Just care about the words that I have to say today. I want to ask that you care about the words I have to say today, tomorrow, the day after, and the day after. Because I feel like some people might learn a little bit from me. I feel like I've lived a little chunk of life, I guess you could say. At least it's not boring parts. And it's interesting. I believe that I can have some takes that some people might agree with, some people might disagree with. But for my last and final topic, let's talk about school lunches. Listen, Michelle Obama, I love you. You're cool. You're calm. You're cool. You're collected. You're cool. You're alright. But if you want to tell me you serving me that dog meat and expect me to just eat it and go on with my day, can't help you. That is not something that you give to me at 11 o'clock and just expect me to devour. Because at the end of the day, I know cats that wouldn't eat certain food like that. Now, me personally, the reason that this is the last topic is because I haven't eaten school lunch consistently since 8th grade. And the only school lunches I've eaten are these prepackaged lunches that have come from factories, because I'd rather trust a factory than that school gym, which probably produces the same meals that come into the kitchen. I saved myself there. What I meant to say was I'd rather eat something that's packaged from a factory than something that comes out of that school lunch area. And my school is very notorious for selling rotten milk, rotten products, rotten chips, rotten cookies, all of that. And it's very, very problematic. Now, like I said, as a senior, as somebody who's almost done with school, as somebody who's lived a good chunk of life, somewhat, you know, I personally think that school has become somewhat of a hell. And I remember the first time that my teacher said that word in front of me, and I used to be oohing and awing. And now you've got 8th graders that are throwing it back on other 8th graders for cash. Yeah. I believe that we are in different times. I believe that my problems that I have now might not be the same problems that other schools, middle schoolers have. Therefore, I feel like some of these claims can be, you know, changed. And somebody could really argue with me certain things, and I wouldn't be able to say no, because at the end of the day, yikes. The classes of 2025, 2026, 20, and so on. Even my class is somewhat still in a ditch, and we cannot get out. But you know, the more that you scratch at a surface, the more likely it's gonna break. And honestly, at some point in time, nothing lasts forever. You won't have anything left to scratch at after a while. But overall, 4 yawns. Wow. I'm gonna keep everything in because you guys need to know this is raw content. And so at the end of the day, you know, on to the next topic. This clutch victory, you know. Honestly, you know, 4v3 situation, busted the door, watch this, some crazy stuff, ready? You know, go behind the thing, peek behind the door, from behind the couch, you know, peeking, turn on that dead silence, move, move. So shooting in there, yep, didn't answer, throw that grenade, pop, doesn't die, you know, I run in, kill him, there you go, boom. Ooh, knife him. Ooh, and an on. Okay, he runs around, kills me. Clutch 6v5. I mean, 6-5 victory. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Or whatever you identify as. Now, I am happy that you guys enjoyed my ramble. If you guys did, please leave a like and consider pressing that subscribe button. If you guys want to see anything else from me or see me cover any other topics, go into the comments. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me why. I do appreciate and love each and every one of y'all. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.